What's a mighty good word, party folk? I'm your Mile High Priest. I'm up here on Jupiter's Day. It's Thursday, June 6th. Happy new moon in Gemini at about, 17 degrees. Looking out at about 18 degrees regarding the Sabian Oracle. Going to where you belong, right? Leaving spaces. Perhaps feeling, alien or like, you know what, I don't fit in and I don't want to fit in. What's good? The beloved, Damiana comes up often. I just had a funny I'm weirdly being reminded of old random readings that are posted on the channel. So I couldn't tell you, like, maybe I can with the Libra message. I think I mentioned the taste of the medicine of Scorpio with I had to stop recording because I was laughing because I received a delivery and it's just funny because it was a delivery of toilet paper. And I normally wouldn't be admitting or giving you this kind of information, but it's really funny because it reminds me of an interaction with a lovely subscriber whom I have a lot of love for. And they know who they are, but I'm not going to call them. And yes, it's somewhat of an inside joke, but it's more a reference to that reading, and I don't even know what reading it is, but there's some sort of delivery. You're receiving a message. I mean, you're watching this video anyway. Luminology, magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your new moon in Gemini vibe court. I'm your mercurial, effervescent, jolly, joyful, bubbly, giggly, airheaded. My Mercury in Aquarius, feeling it right now. Mercurial, effervescent, ninja warrior, Akashic librarian, a stellar informant with your divine mercurial messages for your exponential exaltation, your exponential divinity. Your next step, right? Y'all, okay, wait. So the Sabian Oracle, going to where people, I don't mean to offend anyone. Some of these Sabian Oracles are really kind of, they were channeled and downloaded by a specific person. So I'll leave it at that. So they come with commentary, keywords, the Oracle, caution, warnings, whatever, and then an image. But as far as looking ahead, it does reference feeling a prejudice. So maybe not being discriminated against, but maybe you do feel there's a tendency for you to be left out in a way, or you just basically don't feel like you belong. It doesn't even matter if you don't feel like you're being left out. When it comes down to it, when you're being really looking into an authentic, grounded, critical eye, right? Do I want to continue promoting what this relationship promotes, or what this relationship with this group promotes? Maybe I'd like to go and spend more time with them, with that person, with that group, with that mindset, with that group that will build this, or maybe I want to go work with those folk or those people that are attempting to create this or that, right? Instead of staying where you're at right now, because yes, there could still be a reluctance to want to adapt to newness, even despite you having that realization. So perhaps that's your caution, right? You've seen something, now Do you do something about it? That's always a question, right? To be or not to be? I don't know. What's good? Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for being here, for joining us. I am very, very, very grateful for our energetic exchange. I think about you all. I don't know who all 200 and plus subscribers are, but I sometimes wonder, and I hope that you guys are good, feeling good. I'm gonna pull a 3-card spread for the new moon in Gemini. I think I'll end it swiftly there. Maybe I'll pull a few Taro. Yes, thank you all for being here. Hit like, hit the thumbs up, comment, leave me a comment, say hello. Tell me what you've received. Tell me what the delivery person delivered today. Three-card spread for the new moon in Gemini. Wow, okay. So I know I've been putting back the cards I flip out. I suppose that not everyone wants me to do that. But it is a full moon in Pisces, which is balanced spirituality and practicality. And I think it's just a message in general, if you're feeling like I am, which is scatterbrain, meditation, right, grounding. But the card that is trying to flip out right now is Be Bold and Make the First Move, the cardinal moon, which is upcoming. And so maybe that's significant, like actually ground into what you're going to carry through when Venus moves into Cancer and Mercury moves into Cancer. It's sort of like Venus continuously will lead the pack through the August astrology, the aspects, the portals. And so during that time, we will shift from the cardinal Cancer season to the fixed Leo season. So that's when you'll have a moment of culmination and reassessment. You'll receive a lot, right? Maybe more than just insight, like actual harvest gifts. And so it's imperative to ground now. Venus, Kazemi, I think there are brilliant blasts in terms of energy. It's like good luck grounding any of that. It's like flights of fancy. I don't know. It's like ordering the flights at the bar, right? Like, or I don't know, going. It's like going to the ice cream shop and tasting like 10 different flavors, knowing you're only going to take one. You know, like, yeah, fun, cool. We tried flavor. We tried so many flavors. Did it like change your... I think about things like that because it's so fleeting. Like, you know, very, very few maybe not few products, because I believe there are many products for many people, many groups of people. And so it's not that I see limitations, it's that I see just trying it for trying's sake, like overindulgence, right? Like, so maybe the attempt here is to choose something to like before you spend all day in line. Don't forget, you're still in line at the end of the day. You still have to pay for the ice cream, and you still maybe would like to enjoy the ice cream, but after having maxed out your pleasure, like, you know, it's like the reality sets in, right? Like, after your taste buds are all maxed out, like, are you gonna go home and enjoy your pint of ice cream? Maybe later. Saturn is speaking, y'all. I came to the new moon in Gemini very far out, but also my Saturn is like, I don't really care to tend to all 32 flavors. I know the one particular flavor that I like. Oh my gosh, I've been this way for such a long time. Although people may perceive me as indecisive, right? At the bottom of the deck, the new moon in Libra. This is a very Venusian vibe, right? Like, the reason the cardinal moon is popping off, it's because, like, wow, I thought it was the cardinal moon. I'm reading the back. That's the balsamic. How funny is that? Cardinal moon. This was at the back of the deck, so I don't know. I guess that's the main message, because I'm randomly now called to that. For some of you, it may just be a reminder, like, prior to coming to this station, however you may feel that you relate, or how that message resonates with you, whether you believe in the astrological timeline, if you're like a lunar child, if you're just here for the vibes, if you resonate with those messages of feeling grounded, maybe what can help, or tending to more grounding practices so that you can eliminate mental scatteredness and maintain focus on not all 32 flavors, but the one, okay, the one that you know is something about, like, boldness and the first move. So it's not even that something is trying to win the competition. It's, again, the message that I'm trying to relay is that this is something that you've already been working on for like 2 months. And maybe right now you're like experiencing a lot of commotion. Hey here, hey there, over there, over there. Wow, okay. Surrender to the divine full moon. This message has been coming up a lot. Or just in the vibration. I don't know if I mentioned it, but North Node, yes. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. And full moon in Cancer, personal issue reaches resolution. So new moon in Aquarius happens around February of 2025. Full moon in Cancer happens around the end of the year, beginning of the year, next year. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. I'm now feeling out like the fall timeline when the eclipses happen, and so they're sort of like that 1, 2, 3. Again, it's more about balancing your time and efforts between where you're set to go, where, like the setting, the people, where you're going to, and then what you're working on, both very new. Soften, softly serve, soften yourself into it. Don't be so cold. The ice cream analogy now becomes more metaphorical. It went from an anecdote, a reflection, a criticism on my part, and now Saturn says we're not actually criticizing. We're saying quit being so cold and fleeting to your own love. Okay? Quit pretending that giving to others is like what you need to do right now. Quit pretending that waiting is what you need to do right now. And quit pretending that it's going to happen without you tending to like this. Securing yourself regardless of like the commotion, however that feels for you. Also, for me, coming out of like many spiritual closing spiritual chapters, so like coming to the end of some spiritual lessons, yes, it's feeling for me. I will share personally where I'm tending to security is how to feel secure with how much Saturnian like seriousness I come with now. Like I don't really I don't know, like the Pisces Delulu, like it's just not working that much for me these days. I'm sorry, Pisces. Like, I think my Sagittarius and my Aries placements are like it's more for me feeling secure that I can address people around me who are experiencing their spiritual lessons, and finding a way to ease into that, and playing between both, feeling secure. How do I feel secure in my new seriousness? That doesn't mean I have it figured out. It just means like how can I soften now that I don't necessarily care to be soft, right? Like Saturn, does Saturn care to be soft? So yeah, Saturn is a ruler traditionally, right? So we were speaking so much about like the seriousness, the father, and maybe in the collective what I am looking at is the secure state of the father, where maybe perhaps a lot of us thriving with maternal instinct of security. So perhaps a more maternal would be sustenance, comfort, and protection. And so then the masculine kind of efforts, maybe now there's like this discovery where it's not like I'm saying there's a blend or a union. It just is like the maternal instincts have set in, and now there's like space or room for paternal, fraternal, and patriarchal systems to realign. like readjust, because driving with force from previous tendencies, behaviors, and now coming to the realization, like, to feel this new sensation of security. It does take looking at that aspect too, perhaps a lot of like tendency to enforce purity, purifying, clarifying, a lot of divine feminine. And yeah, now Taurus, I mean, you're like, I'm feeling very the Uranus Taurus aspects, as Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. Okay, we were just having the Saturn conversation, Saturn being the traditional ruler of Aquarius. Now Uranus speaks. Uranus is in Taurus, reevaluating all of the Taurus archetype, everyone look at your Taurus house. How do you feel secure in those new values that you're coming into, and how will you securely go to them, and how will you soften into them? Not so like cold, not so serious, not so gung-ho. Also coming from Delulu land and dealing with, not everyone, I understand too, like, not everyone's been through like the same, the same. I don't know if that made us, the soft chair made it sound right. I guess I get what I asked for. I asked my guides, how do I soften up? Apologize to the chair, the upholstered chair. But what I was saying is, yeah, not everyone has experienced the same, right? We all know that. But I think people still tend to forget the amount of effort and time that it takes to resolve or heal. And maybe not everyone wants to heal every aspect, just because the other believes it's it's sort of like, I feel like a doctor maybe just doesn't show up to a party and is like, who needs medicine or healing, and should you expect? I think there's a lot of that going on. The Shadow and the Nine of Cups, when I split the deck, I'm just going to clarify with the the Dreamer's Tarot by Marcella Kroll. I keep calling it the Sacred Tarot because there's another deck that I bought at the same time by Marcella Kroll that's called the Sacred Oracle, and this is Marcella Kroll's Dreamer's Tarot. I just want to clarify all three stations, right? The cardinal moon, which is the main or what's rising up in you this new moon, and then the balsamic moon, which is the main message for you this new moon. Wow, change of perspective. Neptune, Hangman, card number 12. I'm going to put it back, the Ace of Swords. Change of perspective. Okay, fine, I won't put it back. Be bold and make the first move. Now ringing in my ears. Okay, look. What are you... the fantasy, please figure out where your fantasizing comes from. Like, an intense amount of ideas, a constant pouring out of ideas. Figure out, is that a reaction, perhaps? And the need to assign others a fix, right? Here you are, Neptune referencing a lot of like the higher octave of Venus. Venus is running amok. I apologize for saying that. I speak to these planets and these like deities and whatnot, and perhaps there's Neptune here corrals the sensational drama, right? Like, we got it. Like, I gotta go take a nap. Thank you, Gus Ice, Sun God Mercury. Can we get clarity on the balsamic moon? A time for healing. That one just flew out. Okay, but because you lost, you're focusing more on the loss. Okay, that's what I was saying. Are your many ideas, your many activities, your many plannings and things, like, are they a reaction? Are they coming from a reaction? It's okay if they're not, right? Like, I don't mean to like put you in a specific. I guess that's part of like the prejudiceness, right? Like, and this is a big push to be discerning for you, for yourself. Messenger of Pentacles and the Dreamer of Swords. Okay, the Dreamer of Swords, Libra, Queen of Swords, Libra, and Virgo. Okay, last, Deacon of Virgo or Shadow Deacon of Virgo. Okay, so I'll say again, next to the Messenger of Pentacles, that's the Knight of Discs. So, like, again, too many. Like, I'm not saying you're frivolous, but like the frivolosities, the ideas, the like, there's one, right, with the Ace of Swords, there's one. People didn't make the first move. Like, there's one idea. The first move is like one. And then we had 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, go. So it's like maybe not 1, 2, 3 ideas, maybe the first idea, and then that's more than an idea now, because like you're set 1, 2, 3, go. And so it's maybe not the plural, it's like now go with the momentum, not take more than what you've taken, not add more to the basket, not add more to cart, not add more quantity. Actually now take the momentum and go with that momentum. Dreamer of Swords, Messenger of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Shadow of Sagittarius. Yeah, because not looking at the larger perspective, which is that Neptune octave of Venus, which references the Piscean card that was flying out initially, which is balance, spirituality, and practicality. And so I know that it's like we're not talking about spirit or whatever, but that's it. Like, that's the inspirational aspect. Like, it doesn't like balance your inspirations, your inspired actions, balance all the inspiration you have in the, like, what you're up to this summer. Like, is it practical? Is it really leading you to your dream? Is it really a surrender to the love that you're building securely? Is it really you stepping out of old ways and manners and mannerisms and behaviors? Is it a possibility that you're claiming certain mannerisms, certain behaviors as a means of toughening up or showing a tough exterior, when all you need to do is soften up, serve yourself a soft side, soft serve, right? We keep talking about that. Mystic of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus, which is funny. We were talking about Taurus as an archetype, changing, too fixed. Of course I'm talking forever, and I was just supposed to end it, right? Too fixed. I guess that's where I'm called to end it. Too fixed in the state of mind, right? Oh wow, the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is kind of a freebie, the Tower in reverse, on top of the 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Careful how much you fill in the cup, because it's so fast. What you don't see can potentially be a turn of events, right? Where your focus is, choices, not love. This is not about love. This is a different message. I really appreciate you taking time out of your journey to take a look at what is overflowing. It could be a belief. It could be that you need time. It could be that you just need to tell others to give you time. It could be that others choose only to see what they wish to see, with the Tower in reverse, the twins, which is Gemini, the lovers. Mars will be moving into Gemini, and a lot of care will have to be taken in action, and so that's why it's better, maybe more so the message aligns more with alleviating where you are overdoing it now, before the energies intensify and we get to that ecliptic sort of God, a true God moment where truly Saturn will ask Venus to step aside and ask you to remove the rose-colored vision and see the choices right. See the choices for what they are, and what you build quickly, fast. And so I walk you to this next path, the next phase. Okay, I'm right here with you, walking you to this next phase. And so don't allow yourself to sit back and promote what you've been promoting all along, because you have already made the decision to move differently. So move differently, okay? Don't stay stuck. Move differently. What is your choice? To stay stuck? And I didn't release the Taurus message. So that potentially sums up the Taurus message. I'll leave it at that. Thank you all very much. I honor you. I honor your path. I didn't want the collective message to turn saucy and sassy. Maybe I'm a little hungry now. It's like the new moon. I wish you all a good time of rest and rejuvenation and relaxation, and I send you love and beautiful white violet protective light, healing emerald green light to your heart centers. Now allow it to move down, okay? Like let it out, breathe it out, let it flow out, okay? Or will you stay there? Do you want to keep the light? I'm telling you that let it go down, right? Down. All the way down. Because if you're staying stuck, if you're holding on, if you're supposing that you know what you will see in August, then maybe step out of that comfort zone, okay? Ciao. I'll talk to y'all very soon. Happy New Moon in Gemini.